Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Lee, and this is your daily afternoon news updates at noon. Our leading stories for today. Government committed to expand foreign and domestic investments. Immigration Department to open 10 special counters for Hajj pilgrims documentation process. The government is committed to improving and strengthening Malaysia's economic and investment landscape in order to retain and expand both foreign direct investment (FDI) and domestic direct investment (DDI). Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said the National Investment Council, or MPN, has agreed to improve the ecosystem of the country's Investment Promotion Agency, or IPA, by implementing an initiative which, among others, will streamline the functions and roles of the economic regions with regards to investments. In a statement issued by the Prime Minister's Department after the Prime Minister chaired the MPN's first meeting, Datuk Seri Anwar said this step is very important to ensure a comprehensive approach that is more orderly and efficient. He added that this will also ensure that Malaysia can optimise its available resources and overcome the overlapping functions within the IPA. Accordingly, MPN also agreed to empower the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, or MIDA, as the country's main investment promotion agency. Now, the first MPN meeting also discussed the monitoring of investment projects, particularly the potential investment results through the Trade and Investment Promotion Mission program led by Datuk Seri Anwar and the Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz. The total investment approved in various economic sectors for the first quarter of 2023 is 71.4 billion ringgit, which is a 59.7% increase compared to the first quarter of 2022, which was 44.7 billion ringgit. The MPN is scheduled to meet at least 4 times a year so that each investment initiative and program can be monitored and its effectiveness evaluated. The Immigration Department will open 10 special counters starting tomorrow until the 21st of June for the smooth documentation process of Malaysian Hajj pilgrims. Now, Immigration Department Director General Datuk Ruslin Jusoh said a total of 30 immigration personnel would be deployed on shift duties throughout the period.
Dan pihak Immigration Terminal 1 akan memaklumkan, membuat pelaporan daripada masa ke masa kepada saya untuk memastikan hasrat kita jelas. Kita tak mahu ada hiccup di sini, terutamanya dari segi sistem dan juga queue. Kita mahu dia selari dengan pelepasan di pihak Immigration Saudi Arabia.
Speaking to the media after conducting a survey of the counters at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, or KLIA, Datuk Ruslin said a total of 31,600 Malaysian Hajj pilgrims will leave for Saudi Arabia via 201 flights starting tomorrow. The Immigration Department chief said he was extremely satisfied with the level of preparedness of personnel and equipment at the counters. The implementation of the Mecca route allows Malaysian Hajj pilgrims to travel to Mecca without having to go through time-consuming procedures upon arrival at the KLIA. Now, through this initiative, Saudi Arabian immigration personnel at the KLIA counters for the program will check the passports of Hajj pilgrims, and upon arrival at airports in Medina or Jeddah, Malaysian Hajj pilgrims need not have to wait to go through the process of immigration and customs there. Malaysia is the first country chosen for the implementation of the Pioneer program for the Mecca route initiative in 2017, and it has been continued till today. Now, ahead of the upcoming Hajj season, Tabung Haji, or TH, has reminded all pilgrims to wear the badge issued by TH as precaution from any unwanted incidents. Now, according to Zone 1 Manager Muhammad Abbas, the badge use can help the pilgrims if they need any assistance in the Holy Lands.
Okey, pertama yang saya nak pesan pada jemaah haji ialah apabila mereka berada di tanah suci, mereka tidak ada membawa apa-apa pengenalan diri kecuali lencana. Jadi lencana ini penting. Kita minta jemaah haji jangan tinggalkan lencana yang telah dibekalkan, dipakai sepanjang masa, walaupun orang kata sekadar nak pergi ke bilik air.
Commenting on the preparation of Madinah Zone 1, Muhammad Abbas said everything has been completed and they are ready to accept the first group of pilgrims. He also urged all pilgrims to fully utilize their time on the Holy Lands by praying and performing other Islamic duties. Now, each pilgrims are expected to be in Medina for 5 to 6 days before going to Mecca. At Zone 1, pilgrims will be housed at Anwar Movenpick Hotel and Saja Hotel, while in Zone 2, the pilgrims will be staying at Hotel Imar. A total of 6 TH personnel and 6 local assistants will be prepared to help Malaysian Hajj pilgrims with any issue. Kedah Malaysian Civil Defence Force or APM Director Lieutenant Colonel Awang Askandar Ampuan Yaakob died while on a climbing mission of Mount Everest. APM Chief Commissioner Aminur Rahim Mohamad confirmed this after receiving notification from the Chef de Mission of the climbing mission, Tan Sri Dr. Saleh Muhammad Noor. In a brief statement issued last night, Aminur Rahim prayed for Lieutenant Colonel Awang Askandar to be given the highest level of blessings and placed among the righteous. Meanwhile, Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir also confirmed having received news of the death of the Kedah APM director. In a brief statement also issued last night, he said Wisma Putra was told of the incident by its representative in Kathmandu. The minister also instructed the representative to monitor closely the process of bringing down the body to the base camp as the first step of the operation. Now, at least 18 vehicles were damaged by trees which fell following heavy rain in the nation's capital yesterday evening. However, no casualties were reported. Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Department or JBPM in a statement issued said they received several distress calls through the MERS 999 emergency hotline as well as direct call to the fire stations about the fallen trees in several locations in the city centre. Several fire engines were immediately dispatched. Among the locations involved were Jalan Kampung Atap, Jalan Sultan Ismail, Taman Bukit Angkasa, Kepung Health Office, Jalan Air Jernih and Wangsa Maju Flat. Kuala Lumpur JBPM also dispatched fire engines to Bayu Mon Kiara, Bukit Kiara, Jalan Kelantan, Bukit Persekutuan, Jalan Ampang, Jalan Istana as well as Sentul Police Headquarters. In total, some 15 cases of fallen trees were reported yesterday. Up, about 700 million ringgit allocated to repair dilapidated pipes in Malacca. About 700 million ringgit to replace some 1,170 kilometres of dilapidated pipes in Malacca. Now, Syarikat Air Malacca Berhad or SAMB Chief Executive Officer Abdul Rashid Abdul Rahman said the 40-year-old asbestos cement pipes have an actual life expectancy of only about 25 years. Abdul Rashid said replacing the aged pipes was important to reduce the rate of non-revenue water or NRW in Malacca, which has now increased to 34.8% compared to 18.5% in 2017.
Kita dah buat kiraan dan kita perlukan dana lebih kurang 700 juta untuk penggantian pipe-pipe asbestos simen. Kita ganti pipe baru, especially dia punya main trunk lah, mana pipe-pipe utama ni biasanya kita pakai steel pipe lah. Itu kita masih lagi menunggu keputusan daripada pihak federal untuk bekerjasama dengan pihak state untuk cadangan perancangan penggantian pipe-pipe AC ni.
Abdul Rashid said this after the opening ceremony of the SAMB Intelligent Command Centre or SICC unit officiated by Chief Minister Datuk Sri Abdul Rauf Yusof yesterday. He said the increase in NRW rates would not only harm SAMB and the state but could also affect the quality of water services. Meanwhile, Abdul Rashid said SICC's SAMB unit, which was developed last year with an allocation of 3.2 million ringgit, has begun operating at the SAMB building in Jalan Hang Tuah. He said SICC monitors the collection and analysis of various operational data starting from raw water, the distribution of treated water supply for the whole of Malacca, as well as user complaints in the state.
Kita ada 10 item yang kita pantau setakat ini. Yang pertama, sumber air mentah. Yang kedua, level sungai dan empangan. Yang ketiga, kualiti air mentah. Yang keempat, production, pengeluaran dan proses pembuatan air bersih, agihan dan juga aduan, dan juga kita ada aset yang melibatkan information system.
Now, the Perak government has set an income target of 10 billion ringgit through the Visit Perak Year or TMP 2024. Perak State Exco Lo Ziyi said the state government is targeting 8 million domestic tourists and 350,000 international tourists next year. In order to ensure TMP 2024 is a success, various strategies have been planned, including creating an official logo with the concept of a combination of the state's traditional weaving patterns. Explaining further, Loh said an allocation of 7 million ringgit was prepared for promotional purposes.
Kempen ini diadakan bagi melonjakkan dan merangsang semula pertumbuhan sektor pelancongan negeri Perak pasca COVID-19 dan secara tidak langsung penganjuran Tahun Melawat Perak 2024 ini merupakan showcase kepada Tahun Melawat Malaysia, iaitu yang seasalnya 2025, tetapi sekarang kami mendapat maklumat akan ditundakan kepada 2026.
Loh, who is also the State Tourism, Industry, Investment and Corridor Development Committee Chairman, said this in a press conference at the Bangunan Perak Darul Rizwan in Ipoh yesterday. Explaining further, he said this is based on estimates from the Department of Statistics Malaysia or DOSM and Tourism Malaysia, taking into account that Perak managed to generate income of up to 7.8 billion ringgit in 2019. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim yesterday received a courtesy call from China's 14th National People's Congress or NPC Standing Committee Chairman Zhao Leiji. Now, the hour-long meeting at Perdana Putra was held as part of Zhao's 3-day working visit to Malaysia beginning Thursday. At the meeting, Datuk Seri Anwar thanked the government of China for the wonderful reception given to him during his meeting with China's President Xi Jinping throughout his official visit to the country from the 29th of March to the 1st of April. He said there were interests from China to invest in Malaysia in trading, education and research development, among other things. Datuk Seri Anwar said both leaders were of the same opinion that Malaysia and China should continue high-level visits aimed at strengthening and consolidating further bilateral relations, which have been elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2013. Now, both countries would also continue promoting parliamentary cooperation and exchanges between the NPC and Parliament of Malaysia, as well as fostering people-to-people exchange by enhancing connectivity as Malaysia welcomes more tourist arrivals from China. Now, both sides also reiterated their shared beliefs on the common values of Malaysia Madani and the vision of a community with a shared future for mankind for the mutual benefit of the people, and in this regard, the Asian Monetary Fund proposal, which is in line with the aspirations of the vision. Up next is sport. Southern Tigers continue their domination in Super League. Stay with us. And we kick off with news on the local football front. Johor Darul Takzim or JDT dominated Kuching City FC 4-0 at the State Stadium in Kuching, Sarawak last night, marking their 11th win of the season. Fernando Martin Forestry netted a brace for himself in the first half before Bergson Gustavo and Juan Muniz completed the thrashing. Argentine striker Forestry opened the account for JDT in the 3rd minute. A lack of awareness by Kuching City FC backline gave enough space for Forestry to tap the ball into the net. In the 23rd minute, the hosts almost leveled the game through a free kick. However, an untidy finish by Hider Idris and a quick response by JDT backline to apply pressure ensure the game remains in their favour. In the 35th minute, Forestry added another to the tally by tapping in the ball through a free kick taken by Leandro Velasquez. Now into the second half, Bergson Gustavo completed a quick counter move by JDT to extend their lead to 3-0. 2 minutes later, Juan Muniz completed the win for JDT through an outlandish shot from outside the box. Now, with the win, JDT secured the maximum 3 points and continue their reign at the top of the table. In another match, Kedah had a field day, thrashing Kelantan FC 5-0 to please their home crowd. The Kedah team captain Jelito Odd opened the scoreline in the 16th minute before Lee Andrew Tug added another in the 27th minute. Manuel Federico Hildago Gasparini made it 3-0 for the hosts in the 46th. The hosts were then awarded a spot kick in the 59th, and William Lira stepped up to the task to further extend the lead. And finally, Jonathan Balotelli completed the routing in the 89th minute. Kedah jumped to the 4th spot with the win, while Kelantan still stuck at the bottom of the league. At Lika Stadium, Sony Norde's stoppage time goal helped Terengganu pull off a 2-2 draw against Sabah. The Rhinos took the lead in the 28th minute through Telmo Ferreira Castanera, and they doubled the score 9 minutes later through Darren Locke. However, the home team's joy was dampened when TFC's Sony Norde closed the gap with a goal during injury time before the first half ended. And Norde proved to be his team's hero when he scored yet again in injury time in the 94th minute, right before the match ended. And that's it for updates at noon. Our main story this afternoon, government committed in expanding foreign and domestic investments to improve the country's economic landscape. Don't forget to join us again tonight at 8:30 p.m. on Saluran Berita RTM for more news. Before we go, let's watch a clip of Thai royal ploughing ceremony, where Thai farmers collect rice grains marking the start of rice cultivation season to bring about lush rice fields and abundant crops. I'm Jessica Lee. Salam Malaysia Madani, and I'll see you later.